Hello viewers. What I thought I'd do here is I thought I'd pick up some little bits and pieces around the shed, some baby bowl blanks, and I thought we'd make some kind of bowl. So I found this piece. It's quite light, this wood. I'm not too sure what it is. I'm not brilliant at all the woods. Then we've got a bit of spalted here, and then we've got another small piece and another little tiny piece of spalted. So I thought what we'd do is we would glue these all together. So what I'm going to have to do is obviously sand these off first, and make sure they all fit nicely. But what I thought I'm going to do as well to make it a little bit more interesting is I've picked up some of these coloured God, what are they called? Just totally lost what they're called now. Veneers is the word I'm looking for. So wooden sort of veneers, lots of different colours. Pick these up from eBay actually, surprisingly enough. So what I thought we'd do is we would put them in between here. So you'd have this one, glue that to there, and then we'd get this on top. So a bit of green in there, and then maybe we'd go for a bit of maybe dark blue, and then we'd put that one there, and then maybe we have the red one, and then we'd have that there. So it looks something similar to that really. And then we'd get it all glued up, stick it on the lathe, and see what we can make from it. So I'll come back to you once I've sanded it all down and got all this glued up really. I'm sure you don't really want to watch me do that. Plus it will take quite a while. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so there we go. So it's all clamped up and glued up. As you can see, I put the veneers inside each piece. So hopefully should have a nice effect with that once we get it on the lathe. So I've tightened it down as much as I can. So you've got the green, black and the red in there. So yeah, what we'll do is obviously we'll just get rid of these. We'll just chop these off. A bit of a waste, but get rid of those. Yeah, they're only cheap anyway, these things, veneers. We'll get rid of those once it's all dried up tomorrow, and we'll get it on the lathe. Okay, so we got this in the lathe now, between centres. It's a bit wobbly. I think it's just the way I glued it up really, to be fair. I've tried to get it a bit stable, but it's not brilliant at the moment, so I'm going to keep the speed down low, and then we're going to see if we can get a tenant on this so we can put it in the chuck and make it a bit safer. Okay, so I've got this in the chuck now. It's going to be a bit safer. This is going to be the bottom here, and this is going to be the top. So it's going to be sort of like a bowl, sort of shaped like that, really, something like that. If you can see that, hopefully, anyway. With obviously these colours inside, which hopefully should give a good a little effect on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this ready to turn this around to put in the chuck this way. So I'm just going to cut a bit out of there. Actually, now I'm going to shape. Right, okay, so I've been sanding this down a bit. What I'm going to do now, before I flip it over, is I'm just going to put a bit of sanding sealer on it, and I'm going to try and finish the bottom off here a little bit before I flip it over. So let's do that now. Sometimes it goes on better, and you can get more of it covered when it's not spinning. Sometimes could even give you a better finish, really, I believe anyway, just because I don't know, you seem to sort of hit more of it rather than when it's spinning. That's just my experience, really, but you know, and you see me put it on when it's going round anyway, but I think it just sinks in a bit more when it stops, and you've got a bit more control over exactly where it's going to go. So you can get the gist, really, of how this is going to pan out, hopefully. And from the beginning of the video, when you saw me sticking all these together with these veneers, you can see what these little veneers have done here. And I think the effect will be, you know, quite good. Where you've got the red, you've got the red veneer here, and then you've got the black one. The black one probably wasn't the best choice, considering there's black around here, but probably could have gone with a blue or something, but still, nevertheless. And then you've got like this green one up the top here, so I think it would just finish it off, look a bit different. It's only a tiny bowl. Well, I say tiny, but I mean it's, you know, it's not a large one. So we're just we'll sand this back a bit more with a bit more of a finer sandpaper, and then we'll flip it over and then hollow out the centre. On this now, so I'm just trying to finish off the sort of bottom and, you know, majority of the piece just for the minute. So we haven't hollowed it out yet, but there's no harm in doing the finish, or part the finish, before we've turned it around. See where we need to go back to then, if need be. Right, so let's just polish this off. There we go. So that's looking quite nice. You can sort of see what that's going to look like. Really, so I don't know if you can see that at all. Basically just put a little sort of ridge in there just to make well, just make it look a little bit different really. Kind of looks like a plant pot really, doesn't it? But that's right. So it's a little bit off centre because obviously I don't know why that is. As you can see, that's a little bit larger this side than that side. Don't know why. But there we go. Okay, so I just put the wood wax 22 on this now, and then we're just going to buff this off. Might want another coat, I'm not sure yet, but quite nice. So what we'll do is just give it a light rub down. We use some 800 grit, I think, for that. So actually no, this is 1200. Right, we'll go with 1200 then, as I've got that in my hand. We're just really going to just a light rub, and then we'll go back and we'll put another coat of wood wax 22 on there. There we go. Get this all round on the inside, and you just gotta give it a little coat everywhere. Just get it, work it all inside. I mean, I do this with the lathe off most times. Again, you know, like the sanding sealer, to get it all in. Make sure I've got it everywhere. And I've covered every part, because you can miss bits when you've got the lathe running. So let's just buff this off now. There we go. It's a nice finish. I hope you. Hello everyone. Okay, so there's the finished bowl. I put the emblem in the bottom as always. It's only tiny. It's all right. But I just wanted to sort of try and mix it up a bit with the veneers, and just try and stick some of those veneers in there, if you can see those. So you've got the red one, you've got the black one, and you've got the green one in there. You know, I say it looks a bit like a plant pot. We could use it as a plant pot, I suppose. Inside's quite nice. Got some good markings, which is really quite nice. This is what I quite like and enjoy about doing this turning, is that you do, you know, find some really extraordinary pieces of wood, and they do look really nice. You know, and so hopefully you enjoyed watching that, and any comments is always appreciated, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again for the next video. Thanks a lot.